Hey guys, this video is to explain how to replace a fusible link for a 2007 GS350 Lexus. The fusible link is right here. You'll find if you accidentally, like I did when I replaced this battery, I had it turned around and accidentally connected the positive to the negative and the negative to the positive, which totally blew a fuse in the fusible link here. I had to replace this. This was about $95 to get a new fusible link. To replace the fusible link, it's really tricky. First thing I would do is take the battery out. There's something else underneath the battery with really big wire harnesses. I had to remove that as well, and that was to free up the third bolt. There's like one nut here, there's a bolt here, and there's a third bolt way down there underneath the battery that you need to take out in order to really get at this unit here. Then following that, one thing I would do is free up the wire harness here from the edge here. Looks like I need to put that back, but free up this harness here first. This is the very first thing. There's two little plastic clips holding it right here, and then pull up this whole wiring harness. You'll have to take this nut off first before you can lift that up, but then once you take this nut off and pull this harness up, then you can start with the next step, which is to try to figure out how to get this hole. There's like 3 fuse box assemblies here. You have to lift that out. To get that out, you need to free up this big wiring harness that's underneath. And first, when you take the whole box out, you'll see there's a little knob, plastic knob that's pressed through a hole. You need to first free it from that little hole way down here at the very bottom of this compartment. Then once you do that, then you can pull up heavy or hard on this wiring harness, and at the same time freeing up plastic tab there. There's 4 of them. One, there's another one there. At the end here, there's another one there. There's another one right here by this bolt there. So there's 4 places. You should be able to then lift up this whole thing, but you have to pull up hard on this wiring harness, get the whole thing to come out as a unit. And then you can watch my other videos to figure out how to proceed taking this apart. And just one recommendation is the first thing I would do is, once you get this unit out, free up this black fuse box assembly from the bottom one here. That's the third one. So here's one assembly, here's another, and here's the fusible link itself. So underneath this long black assembly is a white sheath. It's a plastic protective cover that's underneath the wiring harness of this black fuse box assembly. I didn't do it exactly this way, but to get it apart, I think what you need to do is you need to free up this tab here and lift up on this thing up to here, lift up and lift its wire harness, separating it from the white plastic sheath that's underneath. And I say separate the wire harness from the plastic sheath underneath because the plastic sheath underneath is attached to the fusible link, the side of that. So I think the steps would be lift this long plastic fuse box up, then disconnect this bolt here, pull up this fusible link, and then now it'll be separated from this is not a fusible link, but lift up these fuses here after disconnecting that bolt. Then you should be able to take everything apart and then replace all the wires. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. There's 10 large wires, and there's about 3 or 4 connectors underneath this that all need to be replaced onto your new fusible link. Then you can put it all back together. Once you put it all back together, make sure you put this bolt back before you put this whole unit together, because there's no wire on this bolt. It's just the bolt is holding this fuse box assembly, attaching it to the fusible link. Just make sure you put that bolt back before you put it all together.